Hello, it's Tamika, a new me 1109, and I'm making this video today to share some information with you guys that I learned a couple days ago. So it's been on my mind, and I wanted to make sure that I share it with the community. Now, I have been taking a course in health and wellness to add to my life coaching certification. So, in addition to my professional life coaching certification, I'll also have a health and wellness certification for my coaching practice. So, in one particular class, and this class was called, I believe it was the psychology to weight management. The instructor was talking about mindless eating and emotional eating. Now, I know about emotional eating, and I have said in many videos in the past that I am a recovering emotional eater. But I don't know that I've necessarily taken out a lot of time to think about mindless eating. And so she did this sort of mini quiz, and she asked a few questions. Like, do you find yourself driving down the street eating? Do you find yourself every time you walk into a movie theater, automatically you feel like you need to get popcorn and whatever else because you just have to eat while you're watching a movie? Do you find yourself throughout the day just snacking on things that might be on your desk? And perhaps these things can be healthy. Example, almonds. But, it's we're supposed to be able to eat almonds for health reasons. They are healthy for you, but they don't become healthy if we sit and we eat the whole jar all day mindlessly without thinking about it. So she talked about mindless eating. She talked about emotional eating, and we know emotional eating is when you eat for a vast range of emotions. It could be happy, sad. You can eat to celebrate. You can eat when you're lonely, when you're feeling shameful. The whole range of emotions. People can pick and choose any of those or multiple of those and eat for those reasons. Not necessarily pick and choose, because I don't think we choose to do it, but we do it. Okay, so she developed a formula that she uses when she's coaching her clients, and it's called the RISE formula, RISE, and it's an acronym. And I want to share with you what this acronym means. And the point of this acronym is to take time out when you feel like you're getting ready to be in these situations where you're mindlessly or emotionally eating and go through the RISE formula. So, R stands for reduce stress. I can tell you a personal story. Back in 2006, 2010 now, back in 2006, I was diagnosed with trigeminal neuralgia, or TN for short, and I actually made a video on my MS Journey channel, and I'll put a link to that just talks a little bit about my experience with trigeminal neuralgia. But one of the ways that this condition afflicts you is that if you are in a stressful situation, you will feel more pain as a result of just simply being in a stress situation. So I have had to learn over the years how to adapt myself and my behavior when there's stress around me. And I know that for some people, the initial reaction might be, how do you reduce stress? We live stressful lives. Stress is built into our lives automatically. Well, there are ways that you can do it. And for me, I had to figure out what those things were, because if I didn't, I would physically feel the pain. And this pain is an excruciating pain. So I had to, do things like, okay, let me remove myself from this situation right now. Let me not talk about this right now. Let me take a time out and, sort of get my thoughts together and come back and deal with this situation. Let me pray. Let me just really take time out to pray right now. Ask for strength. Ask for guidance. Ask for, just relief and instruction about how I can handle this situation that might be difficult for me right now. So, that is some of the things that I have done over the years. And so I know that it is possible. And so when anybody says to you, or when I'm saying to you right now, try to figure out when you feel like you're getting ready to eat emotionally, you're upset. If it's stress, try to figure out how you can channel that energy and do something else, or reduce that stress, reduce stress in your life. Another way you can reduce stress is a lot of times, I hear people say, well, I'm busy and I can't get to preparing my meals or eating the right things. Well, if we organize just a little bit more, take a little bit more time out for yourself, because you are important. If you take a little bit time out for yourself, organize your week, organize your shopping list, organize your kitchen, then you won't have stress revolving around what it is that you're going to eat, when you're going to eat it, etc. So R, reduce stress. The next one is I, and the I is for increased tolerance to distress. So we're almost linking up with the R. Another thing that she said was increase your assertiveness and know that you can get through situations. Sometimes I sit back and I listen, and I believe, like I'm sure many others, that we use the word stress too freely. I'm stressed out. I'm stressed out. This is stressing me out. This is, one day my 10-year-old said to me, I am stressed. And I'm like, girl, stressed about what? You're 10 years old. Like, what do you have to be stressed about? So, building up our tolerance to stress, knowing that whatever your particular situation is, if you're a wife, if you're a husband, if you have children, if you are in a leadership role, I am in a leadership role. I'm actually a director, so I have, lots of employees in lots of different places throughout California. And so, I have to build up some sort of, or I have to increase my tolerance to stress, because that is just built into my life, in addition with everything else that I have going on. When you're responsible for people, when you're in a leadership role, when you're responsible for making sure that things work out, you have to build up a tolerance to stress. So increase tolerance of distress, and increase assertiveness, so that you know that you can get through things. You know that, this is my situation. However, I am strong enough. I have enough power within me to be able to get through what it is that's on my plate, and I'm not going to crumble. So that's I.